Hey gamers, today we're going to look at Pac-Man the board game. Let's check it out. So instead of the first time you set this up, it's going to be extremely hard putting all these little yellow pegs in the board, but afterwards the game's easy. The pegs pop in and out, quite simple. You're going to have a bunch of scoring tokens over to the side here. These are for an arcade game where a player would get 3 lives, but in the regular game they wouldn't get that. You also have your pile of little ghost eyes here. Those are keep over to the side, and of course a ghost deck that you'll put to the side of the board as well that will tell you where the ghost will be moving. Now, the board comes in 4 pieces. You'll snap them all together, putting the centerpiece here where the ghosts are, putting all the little ghosts there, putting the Pac-Man where the start is, and listen to Pac-Man. Yes. When you press him down, he comes with that little sound, which is really cool. You're going to have your little power pellets here. You're going to put them over in the little indentions on the board in all 4 corners here. And then Pac-Man is going to get to roll 3 dice. And of course, how Pac-Man moves is very simple. He's going to roll the 3 dice and move that amount of steps. And as he's moving, he's mashing down on the pegs, which is really cool. Now, if ever Pac-Man gets to a power pellet, you'll stop your movement and basically re-roll all 3 of these dice, but individually. So I'd roll it once, and I rolled a 4, then I'd move 4 spaces, roll it again, and this time I rolled a 1, I'd move 1 space, and roll it a 3rd time, maybe I move 6. Any ghosts that are in Pac-Man's, path, he can gobble up, and in their place will be these little googly eyes here, showing that they have been eaten. So this one and this one got eaten. Now, in exchange for that, their 2 little pawns are moved off to the board at the side for the moment, and Pac-Man is going to get the ghost tokens here. These are worth 200 points each at the end of the game. So basically that's how Pac-Man's going to move. He can also move through the corners here, the little secret passageway. He can move here and pop up here to get away from ghosts. And he's basically just trying to get around here, eat all the pellets. That's Pac-Man's objective. Of course, what the ghosts want to do is they want to get Pac-Man. And what they're going to do is every time after Pac-Man moves, they're going to flip over one of these cards, and everyone is going to move. Now, depending on how many players you have, it says players can take over 2 ghosts at a time, or 3 ghosts, or one. You can play 5 players. One person's Pac-Man, and one person takes each ghost. However you want to play it. But anyway, the ghosts have to move in that order, and ghosts cannot move past other ghosts. So in this example, if blue moved 3 first, well, he can only go 1, and he's blocked by red, so that would be the end of his movement. And by the way, ghosts must fulfill the full movement. They can't stop short. Anyway, this one would move 5, but because Pinky has been eaten, he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to try to get in here. Now, let's say that this was open here, and he was able to stop in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would end his movement. He would just basically regenerate, and that'd be the end of his turn. And of course, this one would move 6 spaces. And let's say Clyde's here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And he got Pac-Man. And of course, that would be the end of the game if the ghosts catch Pac-Man. Now, there are other cards here, the fruit cards here. When you pull them over for the first time, you'll grab a cherry, the first fruit that's shown on the card, and place it there in the center. Now, if you pick this card again and the cherry's still out, that's fine. Don't do anything. But if Pac-Man has already come by here and eaten up that cherry, and you pull this card again, then you'll pull out the strawberry, and then do the same for the orange later on. So that's basically how you get the fruit. And of course, cherry is worth 100, strawberry is worth 200, and orange is worth 300 at the end of the game. Now, if Pac-Man is able to eat the whole board, which in our game has only happened once, then you would reshuffle the ghost deck, but put in these yellow cards, these yellow outline cards that basically just have higher movement for the ghost, making the game a little bit more harder, meaning you're going up a level. Another way Pac-Man can score is if he clears out a section of pellets. Every time he does that, he gets one of these boards, and this basically just forms the picture of the main board here. But each time he fulfills out a corner, he's going to get 800 additional points. Now, once the ghosts have eaten Pac-Man, then basically you just reset the board. You'd reach underneath here and basically pop out all the little pegs. And like I said, they pop out pretty easy. You'll reset all the ghosts and put them back, and then you're ready to play. And then the next player will take their turn as Pac-Man. Once all players have taken their turn as Pac-Man, you're going to add up the final score. They even give you a little score pad here, and whoever has the highest score wins. Final thoughts, what do I think about the game? Well, this is a new version of the original Pac-Man board game, I believe. I saw 0 reviews online as of this video of this game, and I was like, what is this? I found it at Target. I think it's like 20 bucks, and I looked on the back. I said, yeah, I may pick this up, and I did, and we played it. It's an incredibly fun game. Now, they do have a vintage version of this game out that was fun. I got to play it with Norm from the Board Game Museum, and I was thinking maybe I should pick this game up because I do love Pac-Man. And I was like, maybe I'll pick it up. But then I saw this at Target and said, whoa, hold the press. What is this? And so I picked it up, and this is a really fun game. I like the pieces. They look nice. The board looks good. Folks, you may know of another game called Wacky Witch, which is created by this guy in Germany. They're all handmade. They're very expensive, but it's basically Pac-Man the board game. It's really nice, but I can't afford it. I can afford 20 bucks. Now remember, it's 20 bucks. You're getting the cheap plastic. Actually, the Ghosts and Pac-Man are really good quality, but the board's a little cheap, and the pegs are a little cheap, but what are you going to do, man? You just poke them out, push them back down when you're Pac-Man. I get it. So production-wise, I think it's pretty good. It's worth your money. It's worth your money. They try to get into that $20 cost, and for that reason, it's a really fun game if you like Pac-Man. This is a game for kids and for families, not for serious gamers, because it is solely on luck, right? Roll the dice or flip over the card and see if you're going to move or not. That's basically it. But other than that, though, really fun game for any of those Pac-Man enthusiasts out there. This one, yeah, I'd go ahead and pick it up. All right, gamers, that's it for now. Until next time, game on.